Folks, this episode of the Houndsman HXP podcast is kind of like herding cats. I mean, it's crazy and wild. We got Lane Denney and Tyler Compton from Tier 1 Custom Calls on the line, and they're going to introduce you to their new company, Tier 1 Custom Calls. Lane and Tyler are competition coon hunters from Oklahoma, and they get out there and get after it. You're going to hear the whole story of how they ended up with Tier 1 Custom Calls. It's a new name by a tried and true product, so I think you're going to really enjoy that part of it. I also have to tell you that this was the last podcast that I recorded out here in my little man cave without an air conditioning unit. Man, it was so hot that evening. And the way this building sits, in the evenings, then the sun is beating down on this tin roof. There's some insulation in there, but the humidity was up, the doors were open, and it was steamy. Steamy is the word. Sweat pouring off my brow as I was bringing you this episode of the Houndsman XP podcast. Yeah, we used to run an outdoor adventure outfitting business here from our home, and this was our cook shack where I do all of my recording from. Well, I broke down and broke the piggy bank and went and got an air conditioner so that I can keep producing these before somebody found me out here dried up like a raisin in the corner with a set of headphones on my head trying to put a podcast together. This is a quick, down and dirty, bare bones pre-roll. After you get those dogs out of that old South dog box, you're going to need this coon squaller to find those coons. And I've said it before. I've moved bears around with them. You know, get those pups fired up. Been testing it out on mountain lions at different times. I've got some reaction out of them. And sometimes one of these little calls can make things happen for you. And a little bit of movement up there catches a pup's eye, and boom, the trigger goes off. So not only are they good for coon hunting, they ought to be in your hunting vest. Tier 1 Custom Calls. Let's get the gates open on this old South dog box. It's time to dump the box. Dang it. I need a squeegee.
You ain't gonna use the video footage, are you?
Oh yeah, we'll put that out. You can flex your bicep. Let's see that muscle.
I ain't got none.
Let's see what you got.
I ain't got none.
How many times you work out today, Lane?
Once, and I barely got through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mowed hay today. That was my workout. So.
That's right. There you go.
On an air conditioner tractor.
Yeah. You got the GPS and everything in that tractor?
I do in one of them, not the one I was running.
Yeah. Is that what you do for a living? You farm?
No, I'm actually an ag loan officer at a bank.
No kidding.
Really? Yep.
The banker.
Something. I don't make banking.
Now you know where our money comes from.
That's
this
right.
Man right here. That's it. Yeah. It ain't because we're friends or anything. It's just because he's got all the money.
I hear you. What are you doing these days, Lane?
I work for the Oklahoma Forestry Services.
Did you get that job? You said you were going to get one last time we talked.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I've been there 2 years now.
Okay.
Yep. I enjoy it. It's a fun job. We work real hard.
Don't even go there with me. You're talking to a retired state employee. I already know.
Okay.
I already know the score on that.
Yes, sir. Yep. I can't fib to you then.
and I know that you don't make any money, so it's good things you're friends with a banker.
Yes, sir. Yep. He's my backer for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So what are you guys hunting these days? What are you hunting these days, Lane?
I got a young dog out of Emmy and Big Money. Call him Shot. Money Shot's what I call him. He's counterfeit like Emmy is. So.
Yeah. Maybe you get enough counterfeit to win another world championship or something.
Yeah, I might have a winner one of these days if I'm lucky, huh?
Yeah. Money Shot.
Denney over here.
Yes, sir. Money Shot. Yeah.
That's vulgar.
It is. There's not very many people that gets why we call him that, but I'm assuming you got it.
I'm not proud of it, but I know I know what it means.
It's a lot about you.
Yep, you betcha. Yeah.
I've got a blue tick pup with a peculiar marking on his side out of Big Country, and I think his name is going to be Big Unit.
There it is. I like it. He'll be a winner.
Yeah.
I think that's how them winners get started. You give them a cool name like that.
Then you can't
get them on the right.
You can't give up on them.
That's it. There you go. That might be it too.
Yeah. If you get one that you like, that looks good, and you give it a cool name, you're going to give it all the chance you possibly can to make sure that dude makes it.
Yep. That's true. You don't need to waste that name.
Yep. Tyler, where you hunt?
I've got a 3-year-old female out of the full sister to Shack. Her name's Get Gone Jenna. You may have heard of her some. I don't know. She's lacks about $2,000 being a platinum.
Yeah.
And that's about all I got. I got a couple pups. And that's it. Just her and some puppies.
He's the one that.
Go ahead.
He's the one that's got all the money and the good dogs. So.
Yeah, I know about that.
I'm the one that makes us look good, I guess you could say. It's about all I got to offer.
That's why you have to work out twice a day.
That's it. There you go. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yep.
Just keep that image up and looking good and stuff.
You bet.
So, all right. So what kind of workouts are you doing?
Oh man, I do everything. Once a day, or every day I work a different body part, like today I done shoulders. Yesterday I done chest. I just do high reps. Yeah. I just do. That's my cardio. That right there is my cardio. Yes, sir. Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So are you doing like high intensity interval training, or are you doing? You're not doing CrossFit or anything like that?
No. I just every day I do quite a bit of cardio. I run about 2 miles a day on the treadmill, and I still hunt about every night. So between that's my cardio. And then I just do high reps, lower weight type stuff, just trying to lean up and trying to build lean muscle. So
you've cut quite a bit of weight since the last time I saw you.
Yeah. I've cut probably 60 pounds, I'd say. It's almost time to go to putting a little bit of it back on in muscle, hopefully. So,
yeah. So how'd you two get hooked up, Lane? You and Tyler? Tyler, you tell me. Tyler, I want to hear Tyler's version.
All right. I can't really think back to the time that I thought me and Lane met. I really don't remember. I started coon hunting in the competition world when I was about 16. Didn't have a clue what I was doing. Had a terrible dog. But me and Lane kind of grew closer together in that deal because we're both young. We're about the same age. And during that time, there wasn't very much for youth going on in this part of the country. I don't know. There was a handful of kids, but there wasn't very much that actually worked at it and wanted to get good at it. And I, in a way, looked up to Lane. Shouldn't have. Here we are.
You're making me blush. Quit. We're on camera.
Yeah. You're taller than Lane. How can you look up at him?
Or down at him.
Yeah, there you go.
And, we got to where we pleasure hunting together, once or twice a week. He lives about an hour from me, so we might make a trip one way or the other. And just kind of got a little better with that. We were competitors, and we had knockdown dragouts in the woods throughout the week if we needed to, and ride together to big hunts on the weekends. That's just we've been mad at each other a time or two. Believe it or not, I've scratched one person in a hunt in my life, and I was a non-hunting judge, and it was Lane.
It was me.
But
who drove to that hunt?
We drove separately.
Oh, did you? So nobody got left.
No, it was all right about 2 minutes after he scratched me.
15-second ordeal, and it's over when it's over. And we laughed about it when we got back to the truck. It was no big deal.
I told you, I probably had that one coming.
But that we started, like I said, as young kids, and we actually both happened to show cattle and knew kind of the same group of people through that too. So we kind of had something in common, and one thing led to another, and here we are. We kind of heard this was coming up for sale and decided to be business partners. And we might hate each other by the time it's over, but we hope not.
Yeah. Partnerships are tough, man. Partnerships are real tough. It's it's one of those deals. The only good partnership besides my marriage, and that's on the rocks sometimes. But the really good partnership though was when Donnie Walston and I owned Big Country, and then even when Burkholder came in, it was still good. I'll tell you, the thing was, everybody, we all got together and we sat down and decided who was going to do what and who had the final say on stuff, and it just made it real easy. It made it real easy at that point. And there were times when we had to say, hey, you're getting out of your lane here, or, that's not your job. Stick to what you're doing. And it worked out well. I don't know if it would have worked out well if it had gone on for 10 or 15 years, but it went well.
Yeah. And I'll tell you something else that helps on a partnership deal. And it's no different with this business here is, Tyler and I, we've been raised the same. We grew up the same. We're the same type of person, same type of people. If Tyler tells me something, I know that it's good, and I'm the same guy. If I tell Tyler something, it's good. There ain't no going back on anything. We agree on something, that's it. And I know I can trust him with everything, except for money, since he's a banker, and you got to watch him when it comes to that. But
one of the things that I would encourage you to do is just make a pact and stick to it. If things start getting rocky, make a pact that no matter what happens, you're not going to ruin a friendship over a business. Yeah. And stick to it. There'll still be some hard feelings and stuff like that, but just respect each other, even if I think you're going to be successful. But we need to talk about what it is. You guys got some big news that I want to share with our audience. And you guys recently bought a company. Give us a story on that.
Okay. I'll kind of tell you about that. So I remember, I don't know, what's it been, Tyler, 2 months ago, probably 2.5, 3 months ago. Tyler actually was on Facebook. He's on Facebook more than I am, since he don't hardly work when he's at work. But yeah. he was on, he was on Facebook, and he saw where Josh made a post that he was no longer going to be making coon squallers. And, Tyler was about like me when it comes to that. We was shocked. We didn't see that coming. Josh, he helped me out throughout the years, and he was always good to me, and he's still good to us even today, but
well, let's kind of pull back on the reins there a little bit, Lane. So talking about Josh McKellis, some big show game calls.
Yes, sir.
That's who we're talking about.
Yes, okay. Sir. Yeah, we're talking about Josh and big show game calls. So anyways, Josh made that post on Facebook that he wasn't going to no longer make coon squallers. He just didn't have time for it. He works 80 hours a week. He works hard. And Tyler's seen that. And Josh didn't even really say he wanted to sell it. He just made the post, saying that he was going to, slow down and on making them. And Tyler, out of curiosity, gave him a message and said, hey, would you be interested in selling it? And, Josh said, yeah, to you, we probably would. Well, Tyler, I guess for some weird reason, I was the first guy he called. And he told me all about it, told me the details that Josh had told him. And I said, I'm all in, that's a good deal. I think that, for one, I hate to see him quit making them, because, it's such a good product, and a lot of coon hunters uses it. And, everybody, including Tyler and I, was kind of, shocked by the news, because of the fact that, it was, it's such a good product. So many people use it, and rely on it. So it was one of them deals, but we totally understood, a man can get too busy. And so I think that was.
You think Josh McKellis really works 80 hours a week?
Well, I would say so, but I don't know.
I think it all evens out, because during the winter, all he does is hunt.
Yes, yeah,
So he works the same amount as everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. We might find out the real reason why he wanted to sell it to us here in a little bit, but
that's right.
No, like I said, Tyler saw that, called me, and I was game for it. I said, let's do it. So between Tyler and I, we called Josh, we ironed out the details, and we made it happen. We was very fortunate enough to make it happen and get this thing bought, and we're excited. We're very excited. Yeah. We're new to it. The nice thing about Tyler and I, we was on the consumer side of it. Now we knew how it feels to be a coon hunter. We coon hunt hard, both of us. We pay attention while we're hunting. We just don't go out there and look at our Garmins. We pay attention to a lot of things. So we've been on both sides. We was on the consumer side of it, and now we're on the producer side of it. So, I think coming from the consumer side of the deal, I think that helps us a lot because we know what it feels like. We know we've been on both sides of it now. Right, so I think that's going to help us tremendously.
Yeah, that's for sure. So tell me what kind of, are you guys going to maintain the same product line, or are you going to come out with anything new, or what are you doing?
Yeah. So when we purchased this, we purchased everything but the name. Which Tyler and I, after we purchased it, we sat down and we kind of went through about two whole notebooks on trying to figure out a cool, catchy, unique name that would kind of go with this product. But and we come up with Tier 1 custom calls. But yeah, we carry Phoenixes, Pinnacles. When we get the custom side of it up and going, we're gonna continue the American line as well. So that's gonna be our three main deals, along with building custom squallers to your liking, anybody's liking. And hopefully, and we're gonna absolutely, not hopefully, we will. We're gonna work at it, and we are going to continue to make that same durable, tough squaller that works, so yeah, we're excited about it for sure.
Yeah. Tyler, is there anything in the production of that kind of sets it apart from other squallers on the market?
We use our own, like a same single read on a tone board. It's not anything like anything across the industry. It's not a pre-made read, anything of that nature. It's one single read. You can change it out in literally seconds. It takes no time at all. Several of, me and Lane included, and several of our customers carry more than one tone board and read just right there in their pack. So if they go to a tree, it's a $5,000 tree, and they blow a squaller out, they can change it, and no downtime at all. And that's one of the best things about it. We're not going to sit here and say that it is the best squaller. I mean, it is the best squaller, but it's not the toughest.
You better say it's the best squaller. You got money in this thing.
It's not the toughest squaller. It's going to blow out, but it's the quickest to change. We can change it. We can fix it. It's easy to work on, and anybody can do it. Anybody can tone on them, and that's part of our product. Is informing our consumers that no matter where you're at, you can have a squaller that works. It doesn't matter if you're 500 miles from us. We will make it work, and it'll work for many, many trees.
Yeah, nice. You can't beat that. I mean, you got something that's easy to use and keep running. That's the key. It'd be nice if dogs were that easy.
There you go. Yeah. If we had them figured out, we'd be millionaires.
That's right. That's right. So, what kind of business model you guys going to have on these? You guys going to do online sales, or you going to do production and hit shows? What can we expect from Tier 1?
We're going to do all of it, everything. We're going to play the social media card as much as we can, the advertisement, try to get our name out there. You can buy them. We've came up. We've got credit card stuff now. You can pay us through credit card. You can pay us through PayPal, cash money. Lane's going to go out to Automotive. We're going to be at the UKC Youth Nationals. So, we're going to try to hit all the bigger shows that we can. Granted, we both have a job, so if something comes up, we may not be able to go to some of them. But we're going to do our best to be there, and people can talk to us in person. They can call us on the phone at any time. And,
you got to be careful about that. Somebody blows a read out at 3:00 in the morning.
Hey, guess what? We'll take care of them.
We'll do it.
Yeah. We're not just saying that. We'll take care of them. That's one thing about it. When we bought this, we sat down and we said, along with building these tough, durable squallers, man, our customers are going to be number one, and we're going to stand behind that. You know, we're going to be those guys that if somebody calls and orders a squaller from us on a Sunday night at midnight, we're going to get that thing packaged up Monday morning. It will be headed their way Monday morning. Or you know, and if anything goes wrong with a squaller, you know, we will take care of them. You know, our squallers, our reeds and our squallers, there is a warranty with it. It's 6 months on both the Pinnacle and the Phoenix. And we'll say if somebody blows their squaller out, you know, 2 months into having the thing, and they need it that week, if we have to, we'll overnight it to them. You know, because Tyler and I, again, we know what it feels like to have something. You know, and that's one of the reasons why Tyler and I both, we truly want guys. We kind of try to push the reed replacement where they buy an extra tone board and set of reeds. That way, if something like that does happen, say they're at the PKC World Hunt in the middle of the week and they have to have it, and we're not there for some weird reason, then you know, they've got it right there. They can pop it in and roll on down the road and finish their cast out without having to worry about not having a squaller at a tree.
As many events as there are, you guys can't be everywhere on a Friday and Saturday night. So that's a good thing for people to know about your squallers in Tier 1. So you guys got a squaller handy? You got one?
Yeah, we got several. Yes, sir. We'll
That'll kind of lead into my first question about it while you're digging that out. But
okay.
So what kind of stock have you got? I mean, if you guys got bombarded, you know, with orders, you got lead time? Are you guys ready to ship now, or what's the deal?
We in our first order, we ordered 105, and I'd say we're down to about 60 or 50. We've been selling 5 to 10 a day. Just kind of depends, you know. We just went into really production the last 2 weeks. But yes, right now we have stock of them. We're already reordered again to get more of our barrels, so that way we can build some more.
Yeah.
We kind of had a screw up on the first batch, so you may have heard about that. I'm not sure.
No, but if you're willing to tell it, let's hear it.
So we had a misunderstanding with Josh, and it wasn't his fault. It wasn't really our fault. It was just a misunderstanding. And we called our mold guy to build them just like Josh. We told him to build them just like that. And then we shipped them over to our laser work guy to have our laser work put in them. Well, we didn't realize that the laser work was already in that mold that we had them on the barrels. So our first order of squallers say Big Show all the way around them instead of Tier 1. And
that's
we didn't feel very,
there you go. Yeah.
We didn't feel very smart about that, but we talked to Josh. He was super good about it. He said, "Hey guys, I understand stuff happens." He told us how to fix it. And our laser work guy, he actually did us a favor and fixed it for us. And this next batch should say Tier 1 if all works out well. That's what they're telling us, anyways.
Yeah.
But no, with these we have 30 Pinnacles is what we ordered, and 175 Phoenix.
Yep.
And I would say we've sold 25 Phoenix and 10 Pinnacles or so. And we get calls every day. I've got 3 I need to take back with me right now. Just people around the house want one. That's been a big customer base. Locals plus shipping them.
Yeah, we've been blessed for sure so far. You know, the people from day one when we announced we bought this thing, the support was absolutely through the roof. Whether they just called to congratulate us or they called to, we had probably 30 pre-orders. You know, which of the 30, I would say those 20 of them have already bought, and 10 of them's going to pick up at Youth Nationals. We'll get into that later as far as, you know, like Tyler mentioned earlier, we're going to be at Autumn Oaks, but we're going to be some other places too. But, you know, the support we've had so far is through the roof. And Tyler and I, we can't thank people enough. It's truly is amazing. You know, we've already had one mishap on the deal. We're going to try to limit those, but you know how it is when you first start something and you kind of dive right in heads first, and that's what we've done.
Let me tell you about diving into stuff head first and trying to make a podcast. I could make a podcast about that.
There you go.
Man, I'm telling you what.
Yeah, that might be a big hit.
Oh man. All right. So you're holding, which one are you holding there, Lane? You holding the Phoenix?
This is a pinnacle.
Okay.
This is our pinnacle. Yes, sir. I'll kind of explain it about it to you. Both the pinnacle and the Phoenix are acrylic squallers.
Are they injection molded?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that
Okay.
that helps us a lot when it comes to, because we're gonna hopefully sell so many of them that if we was to make them all by hand, that we couldn't be able to keep up. And so that helps us tremendously as far as that goes. When we get them here, we still got to assemble them. We still have to tune the reeds. We have to do all the work to them, but it just helps us as far as getting them to that point.
So when somebody buys a tier 1, it's not coming from a factory in China and shipped over here, and you're putting it in your own. You're putting your hands on every squaller and tuning every reed
Yes,
kit
sir.
and every.
Yes,
all
sir.
right.
They come in a 2-piece barrel, just like you see right here.
Yep.
We go as far as putting the O-rings on them, all the way to each one of them is individually blown and tuned right here in the building. And not a single one of them leaves without me or Lane blowing on it to make sure it sounds right. And if it don't, we may take that reed out, throw it away.
That's it. Yeah, that's another deal. If any squaller leaves this shop, it will be right. Because Tyler and I both, we're perfectionists, almost to a fault probably, because we might spend a little bit too much time tuning a squaller just to get it perfect. But I would rather spend an extra 5 minutes tuning a squaller and make sure that it is absolutely 2-hour liking. And I feel like if it's 2-hour liking when it leaves this shop, it should be to everybody else's liking as well. So that is something else we offer. And that just goes with everything we do. It's just we try to be as perfect as we can at everything. Obviously, there ain't a human being out there that is perfect. But I tell you what, we spend a lot of time putting in the effort to try to be perfect.
Sure.
But no, the pinnacle and the Phoenix, both, they have 2 different sets of reed systems. Your pinnacle is a dual metal reed system. It's going to make a higher pitch, squally sound. It's still pretty loud as well. The Phoenix it's its own custom reed system. It's a reed system that Tyler and I own. We purchased it along when we bought all this. The tone board is one of a kind. It's a unique tone board that can't be duplicated or replaced. You know what I mean? It's a unique tone board. The reed system is a Phoenix reed system as well. It's something that you can't just go and buy. All of our squallers, when we tune them, it ain't like we just, especially the Phoenix, now the Pinnacle, we can put the reeds in there, tune on them a little bit. But the Phoenix, it takes some time because it don't just come with reeds. It's a system that you've got to build the reeds. Every single squaller gets cut, built, the reed system in it does. So, it takes just a little bit of time. But like I said,
what kind of tone? What kind of, you were getting ready to tell us what kind of tone and what kind of sound it produces?
Sir. Yep.
Yeah,
yes, sir. The Phoenix, it produces a growlier, more aggressive sound. It's going to make them coons really nervous. It's going to cause them to look at you. And again, it depends on what kind of coon you tree. A lot of people might not understand that. But if you ambush a coon and your dog about caught that thing on the ground and you put it up a bush, you can go in there and just chatter at it and it's going to look at you and it's probably going to move around. But if you go in there blowing the reeds out of your squaller, it's going to come down. If you tree a coon that's been laid up, you're a coon hunter, Chris, you know this. You tree a coon that's been laid up there, he might be up there asleep or been up there eating bugs all evening or whatever the case may be. It's probably going to take a little bit of chattering. You're gonna have to probably shower down on the reeds on the Phoenix. And when it comes to that, like I said, the Phoenix is gonna produce a louder, more growlier sound that's gonna catch that coon's attention and make it nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Pinnacle, it's gonna catch a coon's attention, especially this time of year when them kittens are down. And have been down. You might tree a sow coon. This Pinnacle is gonna produce that higher pitch that might make that sow think a kitten is in distress, So she's going to look at you, this time of year, that sow's going to look at a Phoenix, but it's going to grab more of attention, this Pinnacle will, on a sow coon this time of year versus the Phoenix.
Lane, when you when you're hunting, say either one of you, when you guys are going to competition hunts, are you guys actually taking all that into account when you decide which squaller you're taking?
Yes, sir. Well, Tyler and I both, we carry both the Pinnacle and the Phoenix, but as earlier I had mentioned, we're young, but we pay attention even when we're pleasure hunting, not only to our dogs, but to the type of coon that we have treed. Over the years, we pay attention to what type of coon we've treed. And when we go into that tree, say if we know that coon has been ambushed up the bush, just been run up there red hot, almost caught, we know that it's not going to take a whole lot to get the coon to look at us. And that is very important. And especially when you're in a cache, because say if you go into a little tree and you go in there showering down and that coon runs down before anybody sees it, don't do you any good. Right. So we pay a close attention to that. That goes hand in hand, like I said, with when you're in a competition cast, we kind of pay attention what kind of coon our dog just treats. So we know what squaller to whip out first. Like I said, both the Pinnacle and the Phoenix work tremendously, but this time of year, if you've ambushed a coon, it's not going to take a whole lot to get that thing to look at you. And you need to get that coon to look. And before you get him to moving, say if he's in a tough spot and you can't see him real good, then you want to shower down, make a little bit of noise, make him move around so your judge can see him, a little better, right, or the whole cast. Right. But yes, yeah, we do. Like I said, we carry both the Phoenix, the Pinnacle and the Phoenix.
You have to be careful with those names.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you.
I know. Yeah, I know it. I know it. We might have just come out with our next squaller just now, just now. So we'll put that in the back of our heads there. But like I said, we carry both of these things on us at all times. If we're coon hunting, we got a Pinnacle or a Phoenix.
Yeah, you're gonna say it, and that's gonna be the R rated.
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to call it the R rated.
There squaller. It is. Yeah. There it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But no, we really pay attention, and like I said, it all depends on what type of coon we treat. So we know which one to whip out, and try first.
Can you guys see it? Let's see how this goes. Let's see if we can get the different sounds there. So Tyler, if you want, you got the Phoenix. Yep. Okay.
That's
pretty good with that one. Let's hear what you get.
This is the Pinnacle.
I think Zoom's muting us out. I think the mic. I think it's a mic on your earbuds.
Oh, yeah, it might be too loud, but
yeah. There you come back now.
This is since that didn't work. This kind of leads into our next deal that we got going on. I don't want to jump too far ahead on you here, Chris, but it kind of goes hand in hand with what we got going on here.
Roll with it, man. You're doing great.
Okay, we're going to, and I'm not trying to steal the spotlight from Tyler here. We'll let him talk here in a minute.
I can actually hear you. I can actually hear you better than Tyler anyway. So.
Okay. So what we're going to do, along with building these squallers and all that, we get so many questions daily. What, how do we blow our Pinnacle, or how do we blow our Phoenix? What do they sound like and such, that we are going to actually start doing a video. We're going to try to post one every week. Probably going to be on a Sunday. We're going to record our first episode this evening. But we're going to call it Tier 1 Tips. We're going to post, tips and on how to blow these squallers. Which squaller you need to pick up when you go to a tree, based on we touched on it a while ago, based on what type of coon you just treed, things like that. We're going to go over several stuff with these squallers. So everybody, it's going to be posted on our Facebook page at Tier 1 Custom Calls. So that'll answer a lot of questions. As far as, how do you blow a Pinnacle, or how do you blow a Phoenix, or how, what is the steps that you go through when you get to a tree? I've listened to your podcast with Josh Michaelis in the past.
Yeah.
And Josh is absolutely 110% right. Josh is like us. He pays close attention to that kind of stuff. So when you go in there, you you don't necessarily have to just shower down and try to blow the reeds out of it at first.
Right.
Right. But can you still hear us?
Yep.
Okay.
Right there for a squaller.
Okay. Well, Tyler's phone just got a call about a squaller. So, but that's going to be in those videos. And we're going to try to put out as much educational information that Tyler and I have. Again, we're young. There's guys that's been doing this shit longer than we've been alive, but we really truly pay attention and we try to put our knowledge and remember the things that happen,
and it may be everything from knowing how to tune your squaller. We may put videos on, how this is how you got to properly tune your squaller. You want a better pitch, this is what you do, all the way to handler tips of the week. I mean, it may not even have anything to do with our squaller, but it's just an informative video weekly that
one day we might do a YouTube channel, but Tyler and I, we're both kind of on the same level when it comes to editing videos. So we're not the best at it. So we're going to try to keep it simple, keep the video short if we have to. Do maybe a 2-part video, release one week and one the next if we have to keep it short like that.
One thing you might think about, Lane, is you're kind of hindered. I've tried to do some longer videos on Facebook before, and they don't load right. And you're and on Instagram, I mean, you can put some pretty long stuff on IGTV, but you worried about quality. Have you watched many YouTube videos? You don't have to have a real high quality. And then you can just put the link over, on your Facebook page to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, and that might be
just an idea.
You bet. We appreciate that. We're a sponge. We're trying to soak everything up we can, especially when it comes to technology. Tyler and I, we have a Facebook, obviously, and we try to be as good as we can with our Facebook, and sometimes we're doing good by getting by with it. But we appreciate that, and that's something that will definitely be considered. But these videos, we just want to be as informational and educational as we can. We're gonna center around our squallers, but like Tyler said, there might be some stuff come up that might not have something to do with our squallers.
The sky's the limit, guys. I mean, you guys can do, once you establish your brand and you guys can start doing whatever you need to do from there. I mean, you guys have said it twice now. You said you're young, but keep in mind, the only thing you got to do to get old is wake up.
There it is.
As long as you can wake up every day, you're going to get old. And there's there's a lot of guys that have been doing this a long time that haven't accomplished as much as you two have. So, I mean, don't let that hinder you, or don't let that intimidate you, because you guys got a lot to offer. And the biggest thing is you're willing to get in there and get after it.
Yes,
that's what sets so many people apart. Successful people, they're willing to jump in and get after it. And I can tell by the energy that you two have that you're willing to get after it. So I look for big things out of you guys.
Oh, well, we appreciate that, Chris. That goes along with, I think, why Tyler and I get along so well, and our friendship, excels, because when it comes to that, when we do something, we're going to do it right. Like I said earlier, I touched on earlier, we're perfectionists, almost to a fault. But we are going to do everything right, and we're willing to put in the work, whatever it takes to make this company and to see this company succeed. That's it's all about helping others, like you guys do. And we're excited to work with you guys on that part of it. You're probably going to touch on it maybe here later on.
Sure will.
But we are very excited to help out. We was raised the same when it comes to that. Our parents taught us it don't matter what you're doing or where you're at. If somebody needs help, you help them out. And we're absolutely we're gonna apply that to this business. Whether you're running late to dinner and you see somebody that's got a flat tire, an older couple or an older man, by golly, we'll pull over and we're going to help them. That's just how we are. And that's the way we go with our business. We've donated to, we've donated to a cancer hunt going on, in New York. We've donated to Youth Nationals. We're going to donate. We're going to help everybody out that we can help out, with this deal. So we're very excited to be able to help people out.
And now your phone's really going to blow up. people looking for free stuff to
Oh
donate in
yeah,
there.
yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Donate,
Yeah, it
don't
already.
donate yourself out of business, guys.
Oh, we won't
Yeah,
do that. You know,
yeah.
we have to make sure the doors stay open first and foremost, along with helping people out. You know, if
Sure.
it's to a good cause, we will donate. We will
I,
help out. You know?
I think everybody knows what you're talking about, and that's
Yes, sir.
good because I think a lot of times we forget that if we don't support the lifestyle and the sport that we're involved in, there isn't going to be one. So
Yeah.
that you can't be worried about catching every dollar you can at the whole time watching the sport suffer. So
Yeah, yeah,
good for you
absolutely.
guys.
That's we're all in this ball game, so to speak, for the same reason. We do
Yep.
it because we love it. And at the end of the day, you just like you said, you're 110% correct. We've got to lend a helping hand in need, especially if it's for another houndsman. Tyler and I, we've both we've been on both ends of that before we got the business. We've helped put on benefit auctions and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that to make people think we're good people, but it goes hand in hand with what you just said.
Right, right.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
That's very important to us. And yeah, I think most people in the houndsman world think the same. I think most of them will help you if you need help. So
Yeah.
we're going to fall right into place with them when it comes to that.
So where can guys where are you guys going to be? I mean, you've already mentioned Autumn Oaks, and you were going to talk about a couple other events, I thought.
Yeah, we'll let Tyler be that guy for you.
The very first thing we're going to start out with, as far as a larger event is, we'll be at the UKC Youth Nationals. It happens to be held in my hometown, about a mile and a half from my house. So
that's convenient.
Absolutely. So
you don't want to miss that one.
No, it's right at my back door. I'll probably be guiding, 6 or 8 different casts for the hunt, and we'll have plenty of product there. We're right now working on getting some apparel in. As you can see, we've got our hats. Some of our hats made. Lane's got one. I've got one.
Yeah.
We sold our first batch of them faster than we could keep them. So we have another individual working on ordering us a bunch of T-shirts and hats and stuff that we'll have for sale there, as with our products. And then we're going to hit some legacy hunts. Lane's kind of running for a ticket, I think, this month possibly. He's had a good lick the first weekend. And so he's going to be at several legacy hunts within 2 or 3 hours of the house for sure. Be there in person, the whole month of July here and there. And if we're not there in person, like we said before, we can get it to you. After that, our next major event is going to be Autumn Oaks. We have the vendor information filled out already. We're going. We'll be there. We're hoping to get a good spot, and we're going to have plenty of product there. We're trying to get 300 or 400 squallers to be ready to be sold there, and try do our best to have enough for everybody.
Yeah,
I know in the past Josh has sold out, which is fantastic. We hope we sell out, but we hope that we can have enough to serve everybody that's there, and really try to push our product and our name along with our apparel and stuff like that.
Right.
Another thing, like we mentioned earlier, was which squaller do we use? What do we carry? We have an individual that is going to help us out, making us some lanyards for these squallers. They're going to have 4 slots on it, and we're going to kind of put a package together. We think if it works, we're going to try it and see. It's going to have our Phoenix on it. It's going to have our Pinnacle on it. It's also going to have a stopwatch and even a dog whistle. We're going to have 4 things on this squaller and sell it as a package deal, just one price. You get all 4 things. And we're going to see how that goes. Some people may want that, some people may not. And that's kind of a twist that we're going to do. And that way, they've got both of our squallers. They've got a stopwatch like everybody needs. And then they've got a dog whistle for if they need that for whatever reason or another.
If you get any more stuff on that, we're going to have to start doing Lane's workout program. She'll carry it. No, that sounds good. I mean, you're carrying all that stuff anyway.
Right.
Really.
Yeah.
And it's always hard. It's always hard to manage everything, and so having it on one lanyard, that sounds good.
Yeah. We're hoping that takes off good, and then of course our custom thing. We're hoping that it gets. I'm sure it's going to get busy. We've been hit up left and right for people wanting custom stuff, and we just flat told them, look, guys, that woodworking is going to take some practice. We're gonna set up. We're gonna practice a while because we don't want to send out a halfway product. You know, we want it to be high quality and as well as, you know, functional. We want it to still be able to take it to the woods and blow on it, and it worked.
Right.
So we're gonna spend some time, Lane and I both, and get our lathes set up, get stuff going. That way people know what they're getting, and it's consistent, and we can just go from there.
Yeah, we're hoping to have that up and running by Autumn Oaks. We're going to try to have 10 or 15 custom squallers to take with us to Autumn Oaks as well. So that's something else that we're going to have open up.
So are those going to be acrylic squallers, or are they going to be wood, or what are you looking at?
That's either or. We've got tons of material. And if what we don't got, if or what we don't have, if that's not what you want, we can order it, we can get it. But we're gonna do both. We'll as far as the custom side of it, when we take them to Autumn Oaks, the custom ones, they'll probably be 7 or 8 wooden ones, or 7 or 8 acrylic ones. But yeah, if somebody wants a custom squaller, when we get that side of the shop opened up, you get with Tyler and I, or either one of us, and tell us exactly what you want. I mean, and we'll make it to a T. It'll be one of a kind deal. And as he said earlier, the reason why it's taken a little bit longer to get that side of the shop opened up is, again, we're perfectionists, and we want it to be absolutely 110% right. When it leaves here and it says Tier 1 Custom Calls on it, we want to know without a doubt it's going to look good and it's going to work when you need it the most.
Yeah. Well, good stuff. So where can guys find your stuff right now? Where are you at? Social media, website, all that stuff?
Yes, sir. We currently have a Facebook page. It's at Tier 1 Custom Calls. We're going to open up an Instagram page as well. And we are working on having a website done. We've got a guy working on our website as we speak. So hopefully we've got our website up in a week or two, and everything, all of our products will be on there with good descriptions, good pictures of every one of our products. But as of right now, we just have our Facebook page up and going that we post to periodically, keep all of our customers and everybody that's interested in our company up to date on stuff. So
phone number can they order off of that site, or do they need to call you?
Well, they can message us, they can give us a call. My phone number is on the website, and Tyler's is too.
On Facebook, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. They can call us, whatever the case may be, and we get our website up. Just that goes hand in hand with our customers. We want everybody to have several different options on how to buy our product. We want it to be whatever works best for them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If somebody don't have a Facebook, but they get on the internet and, they can find our website and order off our website. Most people that have an Instagram or have a Facebook have an Instagram, vice versa. But you can probably, I'm not sure. I think you can get, again, we're learning as far as the shopping side of the Instagram and all that goes. But I think, if I'm not 110% wrong, I think you can, when you get a website, I think you can post it to your Instagram, a link, and I think they'll be able to get on Instagram and hit shop on there as well. So
you'll be able to link when you set up Instagram. You'll be able to put your website in your bio, and then they can just hit that and go right to your website. So Instagram users are pretty familiar with that. Shouldn't be a problem for you at all.
Yeah. So
posted on the UKC forum. I think Friday I posted on there, and we're going to post on the PKC forum. Haven't yet, and just let people know that, hey, we are Big Show. We're the old Big Show. We're Tier 1. We're still fixing those squallers that Josh had, and we're just continuing on our name. And because I'm sure, even to this day, we don't want Josh getting a phone call saying, hey, you fix my squaller, because people don't know. And that's mainly what we're trying to do, is just, hey, inform people that we have purchased it, and we're here, same customer service base. We're going to answer our phone. We're going to try to get everything right. And it doesn't matter if you bought a squaller from Josh 15 years ago. We'll do what we can to make it right. So
good deal, man. So I've been messing around with squallers on big game, and I'm going to try to get some video this year of bobcats, lions, and bears. And I actually have used just carry it's in my vest anyway. So I just started blowing it at lion trees and stuff, and you get kind of a strange reaction. Sometimes, a lion will just lay there and look at you and be sleeping. But sometimes if you've got young dogs that you're trying to get geared up and keyed in, if you hit them right, then they'll start moving. They'll move around on the limb, they'll climb up a tree, and then those young dogs lock in and they start seeing it, and then they know why they're there. Same way with the bear. Bear will actually he'll climb just like a coon.
I'll be dang.
So,
that's neat. That's pretty
yep.
neat. That probably goes hand in hand with like a coyote or whatever. I mean, if they hear that sound, they might think that something's in distress, and then their natural instinct kicks in. Just like a coon earlier, we talked about a sow coon, thinking maybe a kid's in distress or something like that. Natural instinct's going to kick in, and they might go to getting curious on you. So that's pretty neat.
Have you ever been at a tree blowing a coon squaller and have deer walk in on you?
No, I have not. No, but believe it or not, this is no lie. This ain't gonna happen every time. We're not trying to sell that with our squallers. But it's been 2 weeks ago. I was hunting a $30 PKC hunt here at the house, and after the cast was over, my dog got treed through the country. I drove around and I was at his tree. He was in a big old woolly tree, and I was blowing my reeds at this coon, trying to see if I couldn't get him to move around, a little bit. And I looked down, and I promised there was a coon on the ground, 10 feet from this dog looking at me, wondering what in the world was going on. Now, How many times is that going to happen in your lifetime? It's happened to me twice.
Well, you guys are both hunting walkers, right? So isn't that right? Yeah. So you guys might need that. You guys could squall the coon into the tree.
Maybe we can make our squallers that good.
That's right.
If we can do that consistently, if we can squall a coon into a tree, Tyler and I will be a lot better off. It's definitely going to help our dogs for sure.
Who couldn't use that? That's
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
You won't ever have a dog beating a coon to a tree again.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, Tyler and I wouldn't know what to do then at that point if we, without looking at all these slick trees our dogs make, we wouldn't know what to do.
Yep, a coon in every tree with tier 1 squallers. That's your new pitch.
Yes, yeah. If we could absolutely make that happen every time, I would say we'd be okay.
Yeah. No, the deal I was telling you about a deer, it's happened 2 or 3 times, and it always happens in the spring of the year when they've got fawns. But I've blown squallers before and then turned around or heard something and turned around, and a deer is actually walking or standing there looking at me. And I know they weren't there when I walked in. Right. And, but I've coyote called before too, and had deer react to that, deer walk in while you're blowing a rabbit in distress or something like that. Right. So yeah, it's just strange, but that kind of debunks that whole theory that coon dogs and coon hunters mess up deer hunting. We're standing there, dogs blowing the top out of it. I'm blowing the reeds out of a squaller, and the deer are walking to me. So yeah. Well, that's a whole nother deal. Man, can go on for days or weeks. We don't want to go down. Yeah, we don't want to
no. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, guys, I appreciate it. And to touch on, you alluded to it earlier, but I really appreciate you guys coming on board with Houndsman XP to support us and different things like that. We're going to use that for some of our Patreon drawings, and people that are patrons are put into a monthly drawing every month, and then we give away products just like tier 1 custom calls, and we mix it up. But all those types of things, I mean, whether you know it or not, guys, you guys are contributing to something just bigger than Houndsman XP, because when we give those away to our Patreon members, it draws people in to become Patreon supporters. And then we use that for our Freedom Hunters hunts to go support veterans and different things like that. So yeah, thanks. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. Like I said, I touched on earlier, helping people in need. It's a great cause, and we are very excited to work with you guys. work for other people in the future, you know, and we're very honored to have the opportunity to help y'all out. We really are.
Thank you, Chris. We really appreciate the advertisement, so to speak. You know, I mean, you get our name out there. I know you got thousands of listeners. Lane and I even listen to your stuff throughout the year. It doesn't even have to be about coon hunting. We listen to it, and on the way to work in the mornings, on the way home. And so we appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us, and we hope to do it again. It's been a lot of fun for Lane and I. We enjoyed it, and we like it. So
we'll talk.
Time, let us know.
If you guys start making a lot of money, then Lane's going to have to. He's going to have some more bling hanging around his neck. He's already got one chain hanging there. He'll look like Mr. T in a year.
I don't know about all that. I'll just have my old cross necklace on everywhere I go.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, guys, I appreciate your time. You guys got anything else you want to throw in before we wrap it up?
No, I think we're good. You know, we just want to thank you and everything you do for not only the coon hunters, but the houndsmen in general. You guys do a great job of getting the word out there, and you know, it's awesome. You know, we truly appreciate it, and I know we speak for a lot of people when we tell you that y'all probably don't get thanked enough. You know, but it truly is great. You know, yes sir, yep. We really appreciate it.
Yep. Well, you guys are going to do good. I can tell. You guys got the energy. You got youth on your side. You got vision. You guys got it going on. You got a good product and a unique product that sets you apart from your competition. And you guys are going to do good. I'm looking forward to seeing where you can take this thing, guys.
Well, thanks, Chris. We appreciate it. We really do.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. And until we get together, I see you next time or we talk again. You follow your hounds and I'll follow mine.